Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I'm up this morning with KSCRAFT and it's Let's Make This. So digital paper that I'm using today is Simple Stories and it's called Apron Strings. So that's the name of the pattern paper. The other cardstock that I'm using is the stuff that's on Amazon, and that link is below, and the coloured cardstock is from Joann's, and that's their basil cardstock when it's on sale. Right, coffee percolator. This is what we're doing. Yes, we are. And to go with that, I've used the coffee beans from the shaker mix. I'm using the tier tray set. Now, I don't actually have the tier tray, so I'm quite happy to use these little bitty bobs on tags or on anything, to be quite honest with you, and I like them. And also those tiny little coffee beans, when you compare them to those, so you've got a lovely size difference. And I'm also using the Espressoli, which I think is brilliant for you, and that's in the sentiment. Now I've been organised and I've done a lot of cutting, so I'm just going to pause, grab my stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've done all my cutting and we're turning the percolator into a card. So I've got my trusty little mini scoreboard here, and I'll just rest that there for a minute. Now I've cut two of the bases of this die and I've done those in white, and I'm going to be scoring one of them, and I'm going to just do it directly at the waistline there. Now I hope you can see that. See, it tapers in, so I'm just going to score directly across there in a minute. And I've used a really beautiful kind of aqua blue paper, and I've cut all my pieces out. So that is my second layer, and then my top layer is the Simple Stories Apron Strings paper. So that is going to go onto there, and I've done the coffee pot lid in white, and I've just got a little craft heart there, and that goes on there somehow. And you're going to have a handle which will go onto there. This is my Espressoli for you, and I've already made that up, just craft cardstock on white. We've got a little handle which will go up here and like that somehow, but obviously straight. And then through the middle of the pot, if you look at this, you can see there's a section that sort of like, you get an extra piece that will create a different colour waist. Well, I've done my waist in the blue, but I decided to turn it into an embellishment strip using those tiered tray dies. So that is what I've got going on there, and I hope my camera's not playing up. There you go. So I cut out the little coffee grinder, I've got the cups, and I've used a little bit of red in there, and those are the smaller beans as compared to the larger shaker ones, which are actually on the sentiment there. So this will fit into the middle and become, you know, sort of more of a decorative coffee thing going on there. Right, so that is that bit talked about, and I'm just going to get rid of all of the bits that I don't need at the moment, and that is one of those. And first of all, make sure I've removed all my fluff off my card, and I'm just going to lay that down onto my little scoreboard. Now I do have this scoreboard linked on my Amazon links below for anyone that's interested. Make sure you get your coffee pot in straight. And I love this one because it just fits on my desk. So I just want to go in a straight line right down on the waistline there. You can do it a couple of times if you want to, but usually once is enough. And I love sharing this because not only do you get a tool, which I'm always putting on incorrectly, so that you never lose it, so that you've got something to score with, but you've got your envelope doodah on the back, look. So you can make an envelope, or you can do a little bit of embossing with the this point. You get a little point on this tool so that you can just run that through and, you know, decorate the top of your envelope that you're making. So I really do like that. Right, so my little coffee pot has been scored, and for those of you who watch this channel often, you know I love doing cards like this because it's a really, really quick and decorative way to do it. So we're going to get some glue down here all the way around, but you do not want to go below your score line. So if you can see how I've got my glue there, then you're doing all right. Okay, now we're just going to lay this piece straight on top, and you do want it to be straight. So I'm just going to stand it up and tap it, give it a squish here and there. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. Right, now flip it over. Make sure that nothing's squeezed down below that line, and you can just bend that up. And then your dimensional coffee pot should, she says, if you open it up wide enough, there you go. Oh, and it rocks slightly as well, which is quite cute. So that coffee pot will just stand up for you. But we're not doing that at the moment. We're going to decorate it. So let's get that down and in a position where you can see it. Right, so the next layer to go down is the blue. So I'm just going all the way around there. And then of course you just want to try and line it up to get it central, so that you've got the sort of same size white border around it, which can sometimes be difficult for me because I have to look at the camera to see what I'm doing. And then I need to go over there slightly. Let me push that across. And I need to slide that one there. That should do it. And smooth that down. Really quick and easy. I mean, once you've chosen your colours and stuff, just really easy to just layer this on. And then the next thing you want to put down is your decorative bit that's going to go on there. And once again, you just want to leave a nice border. I do love this paper. It's like really old-fashioned kitchen wallpaper or tile. Just really pretty. And I haven't actually been on Simple Stories Digital page for a while now, so I'm going to have to go and have a look. I think the last pack I bought was the vintage berries, which is absolutely gorgeous. But let's get this onto here. Let's get it as even as possible. And pop that there. And then we want to put our handle and our lid on. So we need that to go on the top here. It is kind of like cut. You can see the shape. If I pick that up and show you, you can see you've got that cutaway shape, and that should just drop in into there and fit it if you've got it straight, just like that. So we can see where the handle needs to be, because that is the joint for it. So I'm holding my handle here and I'm removing that bit, because sometimes it's a lot easier just to be able to glue like this. Now I will straighten that up there, and just to begin with, I'm just going to put my glue bottle, if I can get it, right under there. Just going to hold my finger on this a second and I'll be right back. Right, that's glued nice, and it's obviously, it's not glued here, but I have got it accurately glued here. So if you're using a needle tip bottle, just run a squidgy of glue under there and give it a press. and then your coffee pot handle is on nice and straight. Now our next piece, as I said, you've got these kind of like cutaway points so that you can see where you're going. So I just need to accurately line that up. So I'm just moving along there. Make sure I've got it butted up. And then we've got our little heart point there, which would be the coffee lifter, the lid lifter. And then on goes our handle. So I just want to position that in the center and hope that I've got that on straight. I hope you can see that. I've got glue all over my fingers again. Ooh, I hate it when I've got a little bit of wet glue and then I get a bit of fluff. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Now this bit, I'm just going to put glue onto the waistband. That's what I'm calling it. And a little bit here and a little bit there. And it's already tapered here, so you know exactly where to lay that so that you can get it on nice and straight. So we've got that lovely decorative layer on there. There is enough room to put a sentiment there as well if you wanted to, or anything else. But I do love that. I think that just looks really sweet on there. It just kind of like draws your eye to it. And then this one, I'm thinking, I'm not going to put it upside down. But I'm thinking I want that up on foam pads. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my Dollar Tree foamy doodahs here. And I'm just going to grab a few off. I'm going to flip that over and pop some on. So I'll keep popping some on and I'll be right back. Right, so I've done that and I've got my pads on the back and I've also peeled them off. So it's all nice and sticky now. And I think I'm going to have it just a little bit, you know, skew-iff. So slightly hanging off the edges there. But it's within the spout of the pot and it's within the depth of the handle. So got a little bit of fluff there. Now, what an absolutely perfect thing to put a little gift card pocket on the back for, you know, a coffee gift card or something. I just absolutely love that. I love that sentiment. I just think it's great fun. There you go. Especially for you. We've got that lovely little embellishment going on in the centre. And it just makes it look really pretty. Now, if you wanted to flower up your coffee pot, you could totally do that. But look at that. It stands up. It stands up and you have space on the back where you can pop your gift card for a cup of coffee if you wanted to, or even a coffee gift. So that would look lovely, wouldn't it, in a basket with a nice bag of coffee and a few cookies or something. So I really did enjoy making that. Right, I hope you have an absolutely awesome day. Thanks so much for joining me, and as usual, all links below. Bye.